We do not intend to show you how to fully design a warehouse, as every company will have different requirements. However, we want to give you an understanding of how to approach design and what we believe does and does not work in terms of efficient space utilization. As in many other warehouse areas, design is all about trade-offs between speed, travel distances, space, utilization, handling, access, safety, risks, and cost. There are a number of things that can be done to facilitate the design process. The most important areas in warehouse design to focus on are the following. Compile as much data as possible and analyze it. Imagine the business in 5-10 years' time. Focus on the cubic capacity of the building. Ensure the design is similar to the existing storage equipment and handling equipment. Put the health and safety of staff at the forefront of design. Reduce the amount of movements required within the warehouse. Try to standardize the packaging for movement and storage. Understand the local regulations. And consider also the outside of the building. The item and order profiling discussed earlier will provide you with an understanding of existing requirements in terms of receipt and dispatch areas, storage and picking operations, and finally areas needed for undertaking value-adding services and the returns processes if applicable. The profile needs to include the whole product range, the number of items per line, the sizes, and the throughput for each product. Additional data required includes the number of supplier deliveries per day and the average intake, together with the number of customer deliveries and the average order size. We will also need to know the method for loading and unloading the vehicles. The main floor space areas within the warehouse that need to be calculated are receiving and inspection, reserve storage area, carton and item picking areas, value-adding services, packing and dispatch, cross-dock area, empty pallet and packaging storage areas, manual handling equipment charging areas, warehouse offices, and the restrooms. The information collected is normally current or historical, and therefore future volumes and changes in product characteristics also need to be taken into consideration. Moreover, the use of averages can be misleading when you need to decide on how you deal with peaks in the business. The question is whether we plan for and accommodate peaks in the business, whether we design for the average activity or somewhere in between. If the duration of the peak period is short and the ratio of peak to average is high, then it is worth considering temporary storage and labor for overspill. If the peaks are extended and the ratio of peak to average is much smaller, the warehouse and labor requirements should be sized at or near peak requirements. We also need to take into account fluctuations between days of the week and not rely on weekly or monthly averages. As we said, there are a number of software programs on the market that can calculate the amount of space required for specific operations, and storage equipment companies are more than happy to assist you in these calculations. In case of absence of sophisticated software, or if you are looking for high-level calculations at an early stage, there are some basic calculations that could assist you in ascertaining the amount of space required for certain operations and the number of pallets that can be stored in a specific area.